Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Gibbs F1 here, and it's been a while since I've said that. Yes, it's the first video that's on the channel since October 2017, would you believe? And plenty's happened in that time really, we've had lots going on. There's been another Star Wars film, spoilers, Luke Skywalker's died, can you believe it? Infinity War has happened as well. I won't be spoiling that one because some of you probably haven't been to see it yet, but many a thing happens. Have I got over it yet? Absolutely not. Baku did well again. That was fun, wasn't it? Well, not for Valtteri Bottas. He had a bit of a mare that day, but it was fun for the spectator anyway. Alonso's won a race as well, which is more than I've done in that space of time. I was kind of semi-gutted about Alonso winning a race, really, on the basis that he was like me in not having won a competitive race since 2013, and now that he's won one, and there's very little chance of my modest talent ever getting to the head of a former Xbox field anytime soon, and so that's kind of left me scuppered. And Ed Sheeran's been Christmas #1 as well. He's been pretty perfect, that guy. And there's a bit of a niche music reference in there for you, bit of a niche music pun. Well, not that niche actually. It was of course Christmas #1. But you get my point. Anyway, as you can see now, we are actually watching Formula Xbox Season 9 highlights, I should add. A new Formula Xbox season. It's an alternate calendar this time around. We've got 10 races rather than the usual 20. It's kind of like a best of compilation of circuits, and we start off in Australia, as you can see. As my Mercedes mechanic will be back in. I should explain what you've just witnessed is an absolutely shambolic qualifying performance. They went provisionally P8 with the first lap, which was my banker attempt, and to be fair, it could have been worse. And it did actually get worse, because I went out for my actual full-blooded attack run and exceeded track limits on my outlap, and the game decided that that was all she wrote as far as my qualifying performance goes. It invalidated that lap and my actual hot lap, and meant that I couldn't get a second time run in for the rest of the session. So in the end we dropped from P8 down to P9, I believe. Actually no, I'm absolutely wrong with that one. We dropped even further back. We actually ended up P14, as he says looking at his notes. I have no idea why I didn't include the qualifying results for you there. That was a performance from me as bad as my qualifying effort on that one. So race starts, as you can see, in 17 seconds, 16 now. I can't keep up with the timer, and I've skipped forward anyway to the race start procedure. We've got 5 red lights about to come on to signal the start of this new Formula Xbox season, and away we go. We've got Pepsi on our left. We've got loads of connection signs around us. We've got a Renault on the left there that has actually disconnected, so it's not looking too rosy for our internet connection for this race. We've taken it ultra cautious into T1. We've got cars off on the right there, cars off on the right once again. It's absolute carnage on that one. And, well, people busting more shapes there than some dance troops on that front, I can tell you that much. We've got Kung Fu Kenny Jack, who's lost the rear coming out of turn 3, but he's got away with it. We've lost the position to Sam Ham, and we've got Elusive Kev all over our rear end. So that is, well, we're at least in P9, so this is the position I thought we started in before I had the disappointment of reading my notes and finding out that I actually qualified in P14. We're at least there now, so a bit of foreshadowing there for you. And of course we've started on the soft compound tyre as well, so we'll be going a lot further than the likes of Elusive Kev, who's on the ultra soft. So this will be a long first stint for us. We want to try and get to the front of the soft runners if we can. And we've got a disconnection in front of us, and that is Ants Maz. He must be a fan of DreamWorks animation and the Force Awakens characters that have poor character development. So as we head into turn 3, Sam Ham's got it all out of shape, even more so on the exit. He's exited stage right. Been waiting a while to say that. And it's we're now up into P7, and we are now officially the furthest ahead of the soft runners, which means of course that as long as we stay in touch with those guys on the ultra softs ahead, then we will be leading the race at some point in the near future, when they all dive into the pits to get rid of their purple tyres. And that's pretty heartbreaking. 3-second time penalty for a fairly modest cut. I mean, Charlie's being particularly harsh there for a track extension on the exit of T1. In my view, if you're going that wide, you're losing time anyway. But here we go, lap 10 of 29. We're in P2 at the moment. Kung Fu Kenny Jack is in the pit box, and we cross the line to lead a lap in Formula Xbox Season 9. Unreal scenes. Pinch me, I am dreaming. rare for us to lead. I don't think I've actually led a race since like the US Grand Prix in season 6, I think it was. I'm probably I did lead in the Italian Grand Prix in season 8. It would have been, so not as long ago as I first thought it was. So as you can see, we're now P1. Height's behind us in P2. We're on pretty worn tyres at this point. 57% on the front left is our most limited time as we head across the line for lap 17. But our pace is actually pretty good. Like, we've been leading for 7 laps now, I should say, and we've been holding out alright. Height hasn't been catching us that quickly. I skip forward to the middle of this lap. He's now 1.6 seconds behind. So we're thinking at this point about pitting anyway to get rid of these tyres, and we've got a big swapper on there. We're in the wall, red front wing. That is going to cause us all manner of problems. While I was leading as well, I've hit the wall figuratively, literally, and disastrously there. And as we head through the high-speed turn 11 and turn 12, well, our downforce has left on the bus out of town, and we're now going to have to make a pit stop. It's not really unscheduled because, you know, we were thinking about pitting this lap anyway, but this is costing us plenty of time on the way in as we're struggling through turn 14 there with half a front wing. And of course that's going to mean our Mercedes mechanics are going to take a heck of a lot longer for this pit stop. Of course, I am driving a Mercedes this season as well. I was driving a Renault last year, and I've swapped the Banana for a Silver Arrow as we head into the pit box now. The Mercedes mechanics repairing a front wing, I should say. Mercedes, knowing that employing me, they were going to have to pay for a lot more front wings, judging by my track record. I do love to get rid of those things in various walls behind other cars and just in general crashes, really. So we emerge from the pit lane now on super soft tyres in P8 out of 12. So P8 sounds pretty good to begin with until you realise there's only 12 cars on the track, and one of them, Mr. P9, is right behind us at the moment. Elusive Kev is all over us as we come out of the pit lane, so we may have to go defensive into turn 3. It's lap 18. We don't want to go too ambitious. Kev has licked the stamp, and he has absolutely sent one there, and we've sent it in a bit too deep, and we've got away with it for now. So we're going to try and pull away from Kev because he is clearly feeling courageous today, and that we do. So he's dropping back a little bit now in P9. We can see someone emerging from the pit lane on the right there. It is Samham. We of course were battling with him earlier, and he's on the ultra soft tyres. We've just decided to run straight off the track there. I was so conscious of him coming out the pit lane. I'm off on the grass again. Kev's gone past me. That has proved I am most definitely not esports ready. And we now head towards turn 3 down in P9 as we've essentially lost 2 positions in one moment of madness there, or 2 moments of madness in quick succession, depending on what way you want to look at it. But either way, absolute shocker of a lap 19 for us. And it's now a case of trying to rebuild, and rebuild we must, first with a move on Elusive Kev for P8. So as we head through to turn 11, now through turn 12, we've got a great run through there. Kev was a little bit getting a little bit friendly with the curb, and so that has left him with poor traction, poor momentum as we head into turn 13. I'm late on the brakes, Kev's late on the brakes, he's wide. We're now going to head side by side into turn 14 against my better judgment, but Kev is an absolute gentleman on the outside there, gives us plenty of room, and we've got away with that rather audacious, ambitious and slightly crazy attempt at an overtake. So thank you to Kev for giving us some space there. And is he boxed? Yes, he's boxed anyway. That serves me right for looking in the preview window. Should have made that a bit bigger for myself. As we head through turn 1 now, lap 20 of 29, we're still trying to get on it. Samham set a fastest lap. He is checked out in front of us, and so we, hang on, fastest lap from us as well, 1:24.7. The dream is real, folks. We could even get P7 here, and just as I say that, we pick up another 3-second time penalty because I love to crush my own dreams. And so as we head now on to lap 27 of 29, we see 2 cars ahead of us. It's Perez and it's Samham, and Perez is on a set of soft tyres which are very, very second hand at this point. Samham has left him for chips there. He's made that overtake stick, and he is now up in the P6, and we can smell not only a P7 but potentially a P6 on the cards here. Samham's tyres will be very, very stretched given that he went for the ultra softs and we're on the slightly harder super softs. Yes, these Pirelli tyre rules are moderately confusing, but I shall try and talk you through every step of the way. And so Perez is now our next target, and you see he got really poor traction out of there, so he is really struggling at this point in his Pink Panther. So through 11 and 12, how quick is he going to be? or we're going to be a little bit quicker, and we've got a better line through there. Slight hint of a corner cut, but I'm still going to go for it anyway. And so we're on the outside now for turn 13. I've broken later, I've got on the outside, and I've managed to make the move stick. So Perez again, very, very fair racing there to give me a little bit of room on the outside, and we have made that work. So Samham is the next target. Obviously we have these time penalties to consider as well, so we don't want to lose too much time in a battle. And at this point I'm considering whether I just let him continue to pull away, so that we can both pull away from Perez, and maybe I can hang on to a P7. But as you can see, against my better judgment, we've got DRS and we're right on the back of the Toro Rosso. So do I stick, do I twist? I think I'm going to try and twist at least as I head down the inside to turn 3. I make a little bit of contact with his side pod. Samham retains the place though, and he's lost it on the exit at turn 5 there. I'm up the inside for 6. It's getting very messy, it's getting very tight, we're both losing time at this point. I'm having some stern words myself as well, because I'm doing exactly what I said I didn't want to do, which was playing to Perez's hands and make my penalties a little more costly than they really ought to be. And as we head through turn 9 now and through turn 10, Samham's got a little bit of margin on us, and I'm going to just set up camp in P7 and hope that I can somehow retain that place. But as you can see in the bottom right hand corner of my screen, at this point I'm going to pick up another 3-second time penalty, which just adds to my woes. And as I was going to say, on the bottom right of the screen, we've got very, very limited fuel reserves left, so that has become a prime consideration at this point. I haven't shifted back into lead, because quite frankly I'm a bit of a fool, and I've got in the back of Samham there. We've given him a little bit of a love tap going into turn 11. Turn 14, I don't even know what corner it is at this point. I've run out of fuel anyway. It's absolute scenes here, as I'm now crawling to the line like a sloth with less charisma. And it's lap 29 of 29. Well, Maestro's now catching us as well. We're going to finish up down in P9. No, we've managed to stay ahead on penalties, so it is still P8. So from 14th on the grid, it's not the most disastrous result in the world, but it could have been so much better if it wasn't for our slightly audacious overtakes, our bit of rallycross in the middle, and running out of fuel at the end. It all kind of amounted to costing us there, really. But in any case, we've at least picked up some points in this first Formula Xbox race of Season 9. So Mel took the win in Scuderia Ferrari, his first race for Ferrari as well. He was Mercedes last season, but I've replaced him at Mercedes, so well, that's certainly a downgrade for the Brackley squad, isn't it? So we ended up P8. Pretty pleased with my fastest lap of 124.7, and I look below Pepsi on a 124.1. That is quite a lap for a soft drink. So he's had an absolute stormer of a race there. Unfortunately, ended in P9 for him, because I reckon he was caught in all of the melee that occurred on lap 1. But that is essentially everything today. I've been KGibbsF1. Please like, subscribe if you're new around here for more content like this. Bad puns included. Many apologies for that. And until the next race, which will be Formula Xbox Season 9 in Malaysia, I shall see you very soon. Goodbye.